What's up, dude? Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. How are you doing? I don't think I have anything to preface this video with, so we can actually just jump right into the case right off the bat. Darius Miles, 21 years old, was born in Washington, D.C. and attended high school at Theodore Roosevelt High School in Washington. After high school, he attended IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida, where he played on a postgraduate team. I'm kind of thinking that this was to help him secure a basketball scholarship. I could be wrong, but that's just kind of my assumption. He was a star player on the team and received multiple offers from colleges that wanted him to play for their teams, including Georgetown Hoyas, Rhode Island Rams, Rutger Scarlet Knights, I'm sure I'm pronouncing some of these wrong, and finally Alabama Crimson Tide. Darius ultimately went on to commit to Alabama on April 7th of 2020. He was a forward on the team for 2.5 years, but mainly was seated on the bench. He appeared in 53 games, started twice as a sophomore in the 21-22 season, so not too bad, nothing spectacular, but you know, it's something. During the 22-23 season, he played 7 minutes in the season opener on November 7th. He missed the next 4 games due to an ankle injury, and he was in the UConn game on November 25th for only 4 minutes. Later on that season, he sat out due to personal issues, and in the 6 games that he played this past season, Darius was in the games for a total of 40 minutes. Now his freshman season, he only played 72 minutes. Now, a typical game lasts roughly 55 minutes, I believe. I could be wrong. I know I've read somewhere that it lasts 55 minutes, but that could be with, like, commercial breaks and stuff. But I can't remember now how long the halves are. 15 minutes? 15. Yeah, so about 55 minutes, roughly, let's just say. However, on January 14th, there was a shooting near the campus on the Strip off of University Boulevard. Now, I guess that they just like referred to this area as the Strip. We have a Strip in Mandan also that we just refer to it as, and that's what everyone's calls it. It's actually Memorial Highway, but everyone just calls it the Strip. So that's kind of what this is like too. Now, the shooting resulted in a 23-year-old woman being killed from a gunshot wound. I believe her name is pronounced Jemiah Harris, was killed due to a minor argument between her, Darius, and Michael Lynn Davis, who's 20 years old. He is not at all affiliated with Alabama, with the school, I mean. So, just something important I felt like mentioning. He was also involved in the shooting as well. So at the time, it appears that the only motive was a minor altercation that these individuals had with the victim as they were out on the Strip, Tuscaloosa Police Captain Jack Kennedy told reporters. Darius and Michael have been arrested for the shooting and are charged with capital murder. In Alabama, capital murder is defined as murder by or through deadly weapon used upon a victim inside a vehicle, which Jemiah was in a vehicle. So the Tuscaloosa police captain, again, Jack Kennedy, said that the driver of another vehicle in which Jemiah was a passenger approached campus police near Bryant-Denny Stadium at around 1:45 a.m., saying that someone had shot into the vehicle and that he had fired back. One of the suspects was wounded and suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Police wouldn't say who was hurt, but 10 shots in total were fired, I believe, between the two. So, you know, 5 and 5, that's a lot of bullets flying around. Jemiah unfortunately leaves behind a 5-year-old son. The University of Alabama said that Darius is no longer with the team and his players page has been deleted from the website, which I did actually, as I was researching for this case, I did think of trying to look up his about page so that way I could figure out just like a little bit more about his life and kind of his backstory. And yeah, I got a 404 page not found notice. So they very quickly, I think, removed him from the team and from the website. Darius was booked into the Tuscaloosa County Jail, and like I said, both suspects are charged with the murder and are being held without bond. They did have a court hearing, but I didn't really hear much about that other than the fact that they were both charged with capital murder, but I don't know what they probably haven't gotten their sentencing yet, but that is all we know about the case as of right now. However, it is something that's happening right now, so it is like developing as we speak, and hopefully we'll get a few more answers about this later on. But that is it for me today. That's our story for today. If you guys found it interesting and like being informed on smaller case, I typically do smaller cases, but this one I just thought was very interesting, and I hadn't heard anything about it until I looked it up. So, but I just like trying to bring light to smaller cases that maybe we wouldn't hear about otherwise. So if that's something that interests you, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. If not, that's totally fine, and thanks for hanging out with me in this video. But for those of you that will be back tomorrow, I will have another video up and ready for you bright and early at 7 a.m. Bye guys.